So here we go for the Super Stock feature. Here's how they're going to line up. Super Stock feature event was a top 6 invert. So your fast qualifier is 6th position. So here we go for the lineup for the Super Stock feature event. Rolling off on the pole. So here we go, starting on the pole. Out of St. Thomas in the Image Line Branding Solutions, Dino towing number 83, it's Brody Rickwood. Starting in the 2nd position. Starting in 2nd spot out of Mount Hope in the Humberview Parts, Queenston Chevrolet number 93, it's Carson Nagy. Rolling off in the 3rd spot. Out of Windsor in the APC Auto Parts Center, Robson Scrap Metals, Raider Auto Parts number 07, it's Ray Morneau. Starting in position number 4, out of Southampton in the Canadian Crane Rentals, Bester Forest Products, CPS Flooring, KenPoly.com, it's a 33 of Roy Wilkie. Starting in the 5th spot, out of Ayr in the London Recreational Racing, Stewart's Equipment, Kubota, Canada, number 89C, it's Shawn, Chenoweth. Rolling off in the 6th position, out of Cambridge in the London Recreational Racing, Tri-County Sandblasting, number 13 machine, it's Justin Collison. Rolling off in the 7th spot, out of Woodville in the DeBello Towing, Bobcat of Peterborough Race Toyota, number 16 machine, it's Anthony DeBello. Rolling off in the 8th position, out of Barrie in the Signs and Designs, WHS Automotive, CMI Electric, number 83, it's Johnny Morrison. Starting in the 9th spot, out of Innisfil in the Presto Appliance Repair, Fox's Bakery, Auto Trim Design, Barrie, number 23 machine, it's Connor Maltese. Starting in the 10th spot, out of 65, out of Innisfil in the Simcoe Trench and Cooper Rentals, number 65, it's Matt McGrath. Rolling off in the 11th spot, out of Hamilton in the Barton Auto Parts, number 10C, it's Dennis Sabalski. Starting in the 12th position, out of Kingsville in the Reinhardt Auction Trailers, number 15, it's Mike Horniak Jr. Rolling off 13th, out of Churchill and Humberview Parts, Redline Signs, number 29, it's Andy Kamrath. 14th in the 36X, out of Hamilton and Humberview Parts, it's Hudson Nagy. Paul Boundy in the 08 starts 15th, 16th to 48 of Colton Everham, 17th to 63 of Cole Burrows, 18th to 27C of Steve Cashmore. Green flag is in the air. Brandon Egger, Lane Zardo, Donovan Price, Austin Penny round at the field. It's Superstock Racing here at Frostoberfest Day number 2 at Flamboro.
And almost early trouble down the back straightaway. The 83 of Brody Rickwood got absolutely sideways after a little tag from the 93 of Carson Nagy. Nagy backed out to let him get it together, but it was close. There was a lot of traffic coming behind.
They are 3, 4, almost 4 wide deeper in the field. There was drivers slip sliding all over the place getting into turns 3 and 4 on lap number 1. Brody Rickwood will hold on to that race lead. All 2 cars get together at the back. That's the 96 of Donovan Price. And the 37 of Brandon Austin Penny. He goes around on the entrance of turn number 1. Caution flag in the air. Our Bennett GM Chevrolet pace truck pulls off. It's time to go once again. Green flag is back in the air. We're underway.
After very quickly, Brody Rickwood takes that 83 into turns 1 and 2. This time, Carson Nagy stays on the outside. as he's trying to use that lane for advantage. He'll cut down to the bottom, a little bit of a scrub across the back end of the 83. But Nagy now on the bottom of the racetrack, charging into turns 1 and 2, door to door with the Brody Rickwood. In that number 83, they are side by side still through turns 3 and 4. Now out of 4, and Nagy gets the advantage. He's got a whole mirror full though. Roy Wilkie in the number 33. He has gone to the bottom of the racetrack. He is charging hard.
They were 3 wide at the back of the pack lane. Zardo was way down on the inside, but they were 3 wide getting into turn 1. That's for like 20th position. Zardo trying to work his way through this field after having to start deep in the pack after an unapproved adjustment after qualifying. Carson Nagy, though, out front. Roy Wilkie now powers out to second. Shawn Chenoweth looking to the inside on the 83 and Brody Rickwood in 3 and 4.
Shawn Chenoweth powering in from the middle of the pack. He is already up to 3rd spot, and you know he's not done yet. Roy Wilkie in that 33, he was quick in practice. He set a fast time on the top of the board for a little bit in qualifying. So that 33 has got some speed. Carson Nagy in the 93, though, he's got the lead, and that's what he wants.
One car also a little bit deeper, starting to come through the field. That 29 of Andy Kamrath. He started at about the 14th position. He's worked his way up to 9th spot. He just got around the 23 of Connor Maltese. Now he's going to set his sights on the 13 of Justin Collison, who is beating the back bumper off the 16 of Anthony DeBello down into 1 and 2.
Down the back straightaway with the 93 of Nagy out in front. He's got a car length now on the 33 of Roy Wilkie. Behind him, the 89 Shawn Chenoweth, the 07 of Ray Morneau. And then the 83 of Brody Rickwood, who had started on the pole, is back to 5th. There's a little bit of a gap, not a big one. Back to the 16 of Anthony DeBello.
DeBello holding that train of race cars up just a tiny bit. DeBello holding that 6th position for now, but Justin Collison, Andy Kamrath, Connor Maltese knocking on the back bumper here on lap number 10. Ray Zardo now going to try to see if he can work his way up through his mix as well. Carson Nagy, the championship in the Geico Super Stocks this season, out front by about 3 car lengths over that 33 of Roy Wilkie. He works around that 37 of Austin Penny down the back straightaway to 3 and 4. Shawn Chenoweth closing the gap just a little bit on Roy Wilkie, but that battle for 6 between Anthony DeBello and Justin Collison continues to rage on into turns 3 and 4.
And Austin Penny, that number 37, has gone down a lap with Carson Nagy. Now, Roy Wilkie will get by him on the back straightaway. Shawn Chenoweth to the outside. He's going to get around it. So is the 07 of Ray Morneau.
Ray Morneau around the outside of the 37 of Austin Penny. Now Brody Rickwood looking to see if he can make a move on that 37 car. A little bit back behind him. That 16 of Anthony DeBello still getting the back bumper beaten off by that 13 of Justin Collison. Andy Kamrath in that Hubbard Reparts Redline Signs 29 machine looking to see if he can make his way up through the field as well after dusting off the race suit, coming back behind the wheel for Paul Pepper and team. And right now working in that 9th position, but looking for more. Collison looked to the inside off of turn 4.
And Justin Collison looking for a way around the 16 of DeBello. He's been trying the inside lane. He dropped down only to find a lap car on the way, had to go back up in front of the 29 of Andy Kamrath. But those 3 running nose to tail, and DeBello, it's like the cork in the ball.
Off of turn 4, the 83 and Johnny Morrison goes around at the exit of turn 4. He's going to come to a stop. Yellow flag is going to fly. Morrison got together with the 36. But Morrison ended up going around. They were trying to get some lap traffic through there and thread the needle. Morrison got the worst end of that deal.
It's going to be very interesting as they get going, because right now they should have lots of grip in the racetrack. That's going to allow them to make the moves they want them to make, gain the positions.
We'll see how the rest of this one plays out. 16 laps in the books, 34 laps to go. 83 of Johnny Morrison is going to return to the Speedway. That Bennett GM Chevrolet Place truck's going to pull off. We're ready to refire here once again. The 93 of Carson Nagy off a forward. Green flag is in the air. We're back underway.
And Nagy took the quick jump the minute he hit the zone for the restart. He took off and caught some of the other drivers a little bit off guard. Shawn Chenoweth is back to third. He left the 33 of Roy Wilkie get down below. And back in the field, that 13 of Justin Collison. He's trying to get under the 16 of Anthony DeBello. He was trying before the caution flag and couldn't make it work. Now he's got the position. DeBello back the spot. He's up. Andy Kamrath tops the 29 down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's past DeBello now as well.
Kamrath moving up into the 7th spot. Now DeBello's going to fall into the clutches of one of the fastest cars on the property here right now, that 36 of Wayne Carter. After starting in the 20th position, he has worked his way up to the 9th spot. Carter really put the pressure on that 16 of Anthony DeBello. Field starts to single file themselves out a little bit deeper though. The 63 of Cole Burrows. He's going to work underneath that 48 of Colton Everingham. Burrows and Sardo had a bit of a run in there a couple weekends ago at Sunset Speedway. Burrows trying to see if he can work his way up through this field as well. He makes the pass on the 48 of Everingham. Now Evringham's going to follow into the clutches of the 4D of Brandon Egger.
Shawn Chenoweth in the number 89 has closed right up on the bumper of that 33 of Roy Wilkie. And he is still coming. He's measuring him up. He's looked inside of it about twice. Here he comes down the back straightaway, looking to get inside the 33. Realizes he's not going to make it this time. Pulls back in line as they come to turn number 4. Once again, the 89er Chenoweth making a run. Gets underneath the 33 of Wilkie as he charges that 89 car into turns 1 and 2. The 07 of Ray Morneau is going to follow him through. And he's now on the bottom underneath the 33 of Wilkie.
Wilkie's got to be a little careful here. There is a full lineup of race cars behind him. His spotter can try to say, hey, we need to find a hole to get down, and maybe this is it right in front of that 83 of Brody Rickwood. Wilkie's going to shut the door on Rickwood. Rickwood gets in hot. Make a little bit of contact. Rickwood and Wilkie both slide up the track. Biggest benefactor is going to be the 13 of Justin Collison, who moves into the top 5 now.
Andy Kamrath in that number 29. He is following the 13 of Justin Collison. If Collison makes the hole, Kamrath is sure to fill it right behind him as they now try to get under the 33 of Wilkie and move their way up into the front 5.
Brody Rickwood got shuffled out to that high line, and that's forced him all the way back to the 9th position from about 4th. So again, Flamboro Speedway tough to stay on the bottom. Oh, Justin Collison and Roy Wilkie get together in turns 3 and 4. Collison climbed up the left rear of Wilkie. Now smoke coming off the back end of the 33 car. Will Collison into the wall in 1 and 2. Tire down on the right front on the 13 car. He's going to come to a stop. Caution flag was going to fly on the speedway.
And you saw the contact. You had to know that right front tire on the 13 of Justin Collison was going to go down after he got into the sheet metal on the 33 of Roy Wilkie. And you could see that tire going down. It was lucky he didn't make a much more severe contact with the wall.
Carson Nagy, Shawn Chenoweth now on the front row of that beautiful looking number 89, seeing the Stewart's Equipment, Kubota, Canada, London recreational racing machine. We'll see if he has anything for the 93 of Carson Nagy on this restart.
And Carson Nagy pretty good on the restart, so Shawn Chenoweth will have to be very much aware of what Nagy may have in mind here. He may hold back, he may give it as soon as he gets around the turn 4 corner. But the restart's going to be pivotal to what happens next. Out of turn 4, here they come. Chenoweth ran it beautifully. He side by side with the 93 as they cross the stripe. Now Chenoweth with the advantage out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
Chenoweth pulls out in front of that 93 of Nagy. Chenoweth trying to slap the door just a little bit, but Nagy's going to try to stick it in there, but no dice. New race leader of the 89C of Shawn Chenoweth. He muscled around on the outside around that 93 of Carson Nagy. Shawn Chenoweth now on the point. Nagy falls back to second. Third now the 07 of Ray Morneau. Fourth Anthony DeBello. Now fifth the 36 of Lane Zardo.
Battle for 6th position, the 33 of Wilkie. He gets into the 29 of Andy Kamrath as they get into turns 1 and 2. Dennis Savalsky in that number 10. He'll drop down inside. That little nudge was all it took for Kamrath to go back a spot. He's going to have to fight his way back up towards the front.
Kamrath has to be a little cautious on the outside lane. Caution flag is on the Speedway. 15 of Mike Korniak Jr. spinning off of turn number 4. Reminds me of a good old-fashioned super stock race, and I think we're in for quite the doozy here for the final 21 laps in this one. Shawn Chenoweth, Carson Nagy going to restart at the front of the field. A beautiful-looking super stock field still on the go with 21 laps to go. Our Bennett GM Chevrolet pace truck makes the hard left-hand turn and off on turn 4. Green is in the air. We're underway.
And Shawn Chenoweth didn't waste anything on the restart. Pedal to the metal and go. Carson Nagy in the 93 trying to run him down from the outside. It's not going to fly. And Ray Morneau tucks the 07 to the bottom of the racetrack. That's going to keep Nagy on the high side. They make a little contact out of turn 4 as Morneau got almost sideways coming out. But he pulled it back in line. Now him and the 93 side by side. Here comes the 36. Lane Zardo's going to get it 3 wide as they come to turn number 3. He decides to back out a little. Now Morneau gets an advantage, goes away, and all of a sudden on the outside lane, Carson Nagy finds himself back in 4th spot. Chenoweth up front, Morneau in the 07, the 36 of Lane Zardo, and now the 15 of Mike Ridiak. 16, I'm sorry, that's a 16. Anthony DeBello, he's tucked underneath, and Carson Nagy is wishing he hadn't been on that outside lane.
Nagy gets shuffled all the way back into that 5th position. Anthony DeBello is knocking on the rear bumper of the 36 of Lane Zardo. That's for 3rd position. A little bit behind them there, side by side. Roy Wilkie on the top. Brody Rickwood now on the bottom of that 33 car. That's the battle for 7th and 8th. Rickwood's going to take that spot. Wilkie slams it over in front of the 23 of Connor Maltese as they work off of turn 4.
Shawn Chenoweth now stretching out the lead as he's by about 3 car lengths on the 07 of Ray Morneau. It's getting longer as he makes his way around the racetrack. There's a couple of car lengths back to the 36 of Lane Zardo in 3rd spot. Then the 16 of Anthony DeBello, the 93 of Carson Nagy runs out that front 5. In 6th spot, the number 10 of Dennis Savalsky, and the 83 of Brody Rickwood, then the 33 of Roy Wilkie, who has found himself going backwards.
Wilkie occupies that 8th position. 9th is the 23 of Connor Maltese. 10th is the 29 of Andy Kamrath. 11th, the 36 of Hudson Nagy. 12th, the 63 of Cole Burrows. 13th, the 65 of Matt McGrath. 14th, the 83X of Johnny Morrison. 15th is the 13 of Justin Collison. 16th to 27 of Steve Cashmore, 17th to 4D of Brendan Egger, 18th to 15 of Michael Herniak Jr., and 19th to 37 of Austin Penny, 20th to 48 of Colton Everingham, 21st to 08 of Paul Boundy, and out of the race, the 96 of Donovan Price. Lap number 38 goes up on the board. We're creeping in on 10 to go. Shawn Chenoweth out front by about 4 car lengths over that 07 of Ray Morneau. Then it's another 4 car lengths back to the 36 of Lane Sardo, who works into turns 1 and 2. The battle though for 4th heats up as Carson Nagy, who's all over the back bumper of Anthony DeBello, down to the 3 and 4.
Cybulski leads that second pack of cars, and right behind him, it's the 83 of Brody Rickwood. Roy Wilkie in that 33, then the 29 of Andy Kamrath, who got around Connor Maltese a couple of laps ago. Then we go back to the 36X. That's Hudson Nagy. He is trying to work his way up through the field. Justin Collison right behind him, as Collison had to start at the back on the restart. He's gained 7 spots already, still coming.
Drivers continue to work themselves out. 9, now 8 laps to go for the 89C of Shawn Chenoweth, who's out in front of this one. Ray Morneau trying to see if he can close the gap. A little bit further behind them. The battle for 6 continues to heat up as Brody Rickwood all over the back bumper of the 10 of Dennis Cybulski. A little bit behind them, Roy Wilkie, Andy Kamrath in the mix here as well. Kamrath shuffled back on that restart. He's now trying to work his way back forward as Kamrath works on the back bumper of 33 of Roy Wilkie, who seems to have a little bit of a tire rub as there's some smoke coming off the back end of that 33. Kamrath this time underneath the 33 down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Kamrath leaning on that 33 of Roy Wilkie as he slides up just a little bit, but move that 29 of Andy Kamrath up into the 8th position here in the 1 and 2.
They are racing for positions everywhere, but nobody looks like they can catch the 89 of Shawn Chenoweth. He is out in front and about 4 car lengths under 07 of Ray Morneau. Morneau is not gaining ground on Chenoweth. Not losing much, but not gaining a thing. Behind him, again, 4 or 5 car lengths. That's the 36 of Lane Sardo. He's running in 3rd. And then the 16 of Anthony DeBello, the 93 of Carson Nagy.
That battle continues on a little bit behind them. The 83 of Brody Rickwood had enough of the 10 of Dennis Cybulski. He shoved him up the track. Andy Kamrath took advantage of that as well. He said thank you and took underneath as well. 3 laps to go in this one. It's getting down to the nitty gritty. Kamrath now looking to the inside on Rickwood. That's the battle for 6th position. Shawn Chenoweth closing in on 2 laps to go, and this time off of 4, he's going to see 2 laps to go for the 89C of Shawn Chenoweth. Chenoweth really deep into some lap traffic. He's going to split them off at turn 2 down the back straightaway. Chenoweth now down into 3 and 4. Chenoweth going to see the white flag off at turn 4. Oh, a little bit behind the Lane Sardo gets into the 60 to the Anthony DeBello down the front straightaway. They're leaning on each other in the 1 and 2. Sardo gets into the 37 of Penny. Sardo with DeBello spin on 1 and 2. Smoke show goes up. Caution flag is going to fly. Lane Zardo, the 16 of Anthony DeBello, and the 93 of Carson Nagy were duking it out for position, and Zardo ends up going around with the 16 of Anthony DeBello. Anthony DeBello, the 16, and Lane Zardo were just absolutely tonguing on each other down the front straightaway.
And that was truly a moment of nobody wanted to give up anything. And they really got into it, and it ended up with Zardo spinning and collecting the 16 of Anthony DeBello. The 93 of Nagy got involved in that. And the guy that paid the biggest price, I think, in this one was Paul Boundy. That 08 car is all beat up.
Yeah, that wreck was basically a wreck from the time they left turn number 4. Actually, it started in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Zardo got jacked up by the 16 of DeVello. Them two were side by side, sideways off of turn 4. Then they were side by side. And I believe at this time we're going to call the feature. Checkered flag is going to fly. Shawn Chenoweth is going to pick up the win here for the Superstocks. So Shawn Chenoweth in that 89C is going to pick up the win here on Frostoberfest Weekend here at Flamboro Speedway. So Shawn Chenoweth going to come home with the win. Coming home second will be the 07 of Ray Morneau. And Shawn Chenoweth pulls into victory lane. Shawn Chenoweth picks up the win. Ray Morneau second. Third, I believe, will be the 93 of Carson Nagy. Fourth, the 29 of Andy Kamrath. Fifth, the 83 of Brody Rickwood. All unofficial. We're going to throw it down to Jerry Paxton in victory lane with our winner, the 89C of Shawn Chenoweth.
Man, you could hear the guys revving their engines as they went by, and congratulations to Shawn Chenoweth. I know his friend and teammate Andy Kamrath couldn't wait to rev that one up, and congratulatory noise is what we'll call it. Coming up out of the race car, it's our race winner. Let's hear it for the number 89 of Shawn Chenoweth. You know, I could pick on you and say you need to Vaseline that window before you come out.
You could.
I could, but I shouldn't.
This is really extra special. The igloo is something really everybody wants to get. Thanks for Hop for making these for Mike. Fortunately, a few years ago, the igloos got stolen in transit, and I actually give up my other igloos I had for Mike to give them out for the other guys, and now I got one back, so I'm super pumped.
Man, you came out here, man, on a mission. This was your race, and you weren't taking no for an answer.
Oh, we had a good car all day, thanks to Stewart's and London Rec and Kubota Canada Transaxle. It's a rocket. That Carson Nagy is no joke, though, so when you get a chance to pounce, you got to pounce and go.
I saw you took that chance.
Absolutely.
Shawn Chenoweth brings it to victory lane. He's got an igloo.
So while they get some pictures down there in victory lane, try to give you a rundown here. The 89C of Shawn Chenoweth picks up the win second. The 07 of Ray Morneau unofficially in third. The 93 of Carson Nagy will finish third. Fourth, the 29 of Andy Kamrath. Fifth, the 83 of Brody Rickwood. In sixth will be the 10 of Dennis Sobolski. Seventh, the 33 of Roy Wilkie. Eighth will be the 23 of Connor Maltese. Ninth is going to be the 13 of Justin Collison. 10th is going to be the 36X of Hudson Nagy. 11th is going to be the 65 of Matt McGrath. 12th is going to be the 83X of Johnny Morrison. 13th is going to be the 63 of Cole Burrows. 14th is going to be the 4D of Brendan Egger. 15th, the 27C of Steve Cashmore. 16th, the 15 of Mike Herniak Jr. 19th is going to be the 16 of Anthony DeBello. 20th, the 36 of Lane Zardo. Then the 37 of Austin Penny. The 08 of Paul Boundy. The 48 of Colton Everingham. And the 96 of Donovan Price.